Okie doke. Oh, let's get behind the mule in the morning and plow, as Mr. Waits would say. I am going to do my January goals video. This being Tuesday, January the 2nd. Tuesdays being the first day of my work week and always the draggiest day for me. But I'd like to get this done. And this will be a good way to start out my week, my year, all that sort of stuff. So yes, let us go. Let us go. Thankfully, I can use a lot of what I have for December as a template. But the other part of it is the overarching theme of January is going to be a prep month for the year itself. There's a lot of stuff that I have not figured out for what I want to do in 2024, what my themes are, what my general goals are for reading, for the channel, for various things, just themes in general for the year. So let's get at it. Let's knock off the easy stuff first. Number one is time with Ja, weekend activity with Ja, chatting at breakfast. Um, there is an overarching thing of thinking about it as the year of fun, and maybe having a goal of trying to find one fun thing to do each month with Ja that I come up with is kind of the key thing there, to be an active participant in that. That would be really awesome because I really enjoy doing stuff with Ja, and it also really livens up my life and her life if we do something, if we have something to look forward to. So, yes. Number two is walking daily with the dogs and Jackie with Sunday off. Continuing that, definitely. Number three is early to bed, early to rise, nap daily. Definitely continue with my napping daily is a big thing for me going forward. But also probably trying to think about how I could be more efficient at night getting off to bed. I have been trying to do kind of doodling at night, but it's like, I think, especially with how tired I've been feeling lately, it's like doing my final journal entry and getting into bed is what I need to do. And I need to be a little bit more focused on that. Number four is mindful calorie intake. This is going for a small plate for my evening snack with measured out portions of sunflower seeds and things like that, just to try and kind of just shrink down the amount of calories I am taking in, and just my general portion sizes at dinners and lunches. Breakfast probably not as much of an issue, but definitely working on that. Just like mindful, like how much do I need to be eating? It's like eat less, but eat like really awesome stuff. That is my thought. Number five, and that is within an overarching goal of getting my weight, making my weight trend downwards versus upwards, which it has been. I do struggle with it, wanting to go to the middle aged pear shaped body of that me and my forebears very much have embraced. Uh, Number five is phone and earbud hygiene. Keeping the earbuds in here when I go to bed, which yes, I like, and I think it's something that's always good to keep on my goals, and a reminder to just keep doing that because it is important. Number six is work on time. So biking away at 2:30, so 1:55 start packing, which I think I need to get back into respecting that alarm going off, to make sure that I am doing that, especially on Tuesdays, where I'm dragging ass. It's like get myself going thing. And number seven is continuing to adjust to the new normal at work, adjusting to new workers. Be accepting that things are going to continue to be a little bit chaotic at work when it comes to coworkers. Um, Working on not being a control freak, letting things play out, understanding you're working in somebody else's home as a thing and helping them with that. It's going to make for a better environment for them, better workplace for me, win-win all around. Number 8 is my daily physio exercises. That's which I have on the thing. Definitely keeping up with that religiously every single day. That is really important for health, a big health thing. And you know, if there's another theme to have for the year, I'm just gonna put that down at the bottom. It's like theme of health, which is diet, exercise, sleep, things like that. You know, is always a good thing to kind of keep. Is always a good thing to keep an eye on and keep it going there. If I'm gonna have theme of fun, which is kind of mental health, but yeah, and 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 part of that is couple stuff too. So yeah, that is all good. Number 9 is a daily to-do check-in and completion in the morning, a little TD mark on my thing of just like, making a kind of a conscious effort to be like, okay, what do I want to get done today? Here's what I'd like to get done today. Can I get that done? That's awesome. I don't think I actually put goals on the list, which it should be. Number 10 and number 11 and number 10, 11, and 12 are all kind of a little bit more not nebulous, but they're me recognizing that throughout January I'm going to be working on these. There is a public channel goals. I'm planning on doing a vocal video on the 4th talking about what direction I want to take my public channel in, and I did actually a bit of writing on that this morning. I want to write about it in my in my journal entries, and just try and keep that in the mix of my head for this week, and try and kind of come up with what is my general direction going forward. It doesn't have to be super detailed goals, but a theme for it, and then maybe that's and then checking back February with final video on direction, a little bit direction narrowed, and plans in February. So there's that. Number 11 is my reading goals, which probably will kind of dovetail with my public channel goals, because I think some of the reading will be reading for the public channel. And that's something to think about, is kind of the interaction thing. So doing a vocal video on the 11th, using journal entries from that week to kind of plan out, and then checking back again February with a final video with direction yet again. And I reserve the right to maybe a couple of other times during the month kind of circle back on this and say, how's that going? Have you thought about it anymore? Stuff like that. Number 12 is my other, well, no, there's two more. There's writing and there's doodling. Writing projects is like Duffel Puffs. Where am I with Duffel Puffs? Where am I with The Strange Case of M&M? Are these things that I want to do in January? Am I up to it? I've got some December short stories, which I should either finish off or I should finish off. And then see if do I want to edit them more up and get them on LE. Then there's going back to the short stories further back and saying, okay, I have these. What is there that I can kind of get done, edit? And I think if getting it published on LE feels like, okay, that's good. Get it to a certain point, publish it. There, you're done. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So I need to. So basically, the big thing with all this is I need to schedule and have a timeline for this stuff, which I'm thinking January 7th. So January 7th, video discussing this and giving schedule timeline, gather up all that stuff and get it going. So writing vid, basically plan there. See, this is very much a meta video for a lot of different plans that need to that I want to happen. So yeah, there's that. I also have doodling, but let's do daily journal keeping, working on a vignette subject each day, or for what I'm going to do for the next little while, working on public channel goals and on reading goals, and trying to be alive with what my interests are. What would be something that would motivate me over a year to kind of work on and make some interesting stuff, because and indulge my love of chatting, of analyzing, that sort of stuff within the stuff. So put that into my daily journal. Number 14 is reading on the weekend, first thing in the morning ish, 2 hours each day, or shopping first thing Sunday, then reading. That is my plan, is getting the shopping done first thing, which means a grocery list firmed up on Saturday. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that so that I can just get up and go, because it makes Sunday much more of a full day for me, which I have enjoyed for both Christmas and for New Year's. I really enjoyed that. That made for a longer weekend for me, which is interesting. So yeah, that is definitely something to do. Number 15 is doodling, a daily session, whether that is the actual kind of writing or penciling or inking, and continue doing my kind of doodle chat videos when I have the chance, when I'm kind of hanging out waiting for appointments to be over, or maybe even in here I can try it. Post to CF. I decided to go less visible with CF just because it's a place that's accepting of me putting my erotic content up, but there's so much people who are not into erotic content and who are that are not into erotic content and maybe are also like under 18, that was making me feel uncomfortable. So what I've done is I've taken myself off of appearing on the front page every time I post. So I have a website there. Thank you, CF, for that. And I will try and support other comic artists by kind of looking at their stuff and doing stuff like, probably not doing comments, but just doing like 5-star rating, things like that. But I'm going to try and keep myself a little bit more tucked back into the thing, just because I'm not comfortable. It's not as much it's not enough of an adult site that way for me, even though it's strangely hasn't been trying to censor my stuff. So yeah, I decided to kind of pull back a little bit there that way, which is fine for me. I just want a place where I can put it up and it's like, okay, I'm done with it. Sort of like LE that way, though LE is completely, it's an erotic story site, so I don't have to worry about it. Photo and post backlog doodles. I've done all the photoing of all my, I'm all caught up with the photoing of my doodles. Now I just need to do my quick edit of them, and then I'm going to just gradually empty out that backlog while continuing to doodle. And I've thought about doing kind of a longer form doodle stories as in addition to my little notebook, my smutty thumper heaven notebook. So that might be just a different some little mini comics that I'll do, that you can kind of do. You can do like, you can have different folders basically within your website. So I think that is what I will do. 16 is sign every day through Lingvano, which I'm going to continue with. Number 17, outside garden tasks, mowing. It's been warm, might have to mow again at some point. And anything like Jackie stuff that we need to do. Number 18, indoor herb garden is on hold. Vocal improvements is number 19, which is my no ums videos weekly, kind of reporting in on how I'm doing vocally. I will be doing vocal videos, but they'll be kind of goals videos for this first two couple of weeks. And but I'm looking at how what I want to do for videos going forward. And because this will kind of dovetail with the public channel goals, because a part of it is I enjoy speaking, but I need to have topics to speak on. But I also enjoy getting better at speaking. So it's working on all that. Just need to find my subject matter and then have a good focus on it. Definitely use the lesson that I learned, which was just film yourself kind of working your way through stuff. Speaking it out loud is a really good way of self-editing, because you start seeing how long it is, what stuff is just inconsequential. It's a really good way of trying to kind of focus myself better, because that's what I have trouble with, is having focus when I'm speaking and kind of telling a story. These are the skills that I'm still working on. So yes, definitely doing that. Do an anxiety video on the 17th, which I find useful to do. Do my vocal exercises daily, which I do with my physio exercises, pair them together. Do a vocal exercise vid on the 22nd, which, yeah, it's just it's just another way of kind of keeping myself accountable for this stuff. I don't know why. So number 20 is, I've got January the 8th is to do a themes video wrap up, which I think is a good thing, because I find that will be a part of launching themes for 2024. Discuss new themes and old in that video. So that is yet another. I've got like public channel goals, reading goals, and then themes, which is kind of a wider thing on the whole thing of stuff like that. I do think I'll be working on my themes, my new themes for 2024 throughout the month. I've got myself down is like, yeah, the 8th, I'm going to do the 2023 wrap up, which will also be a launching pad and kind of a working through of new themes. And then on the 15th, and then on the 22nd, and then hopefully on the 29th of January, I will do just a straight themes video for 2024 of what I'm actually wanting to do going forward. Keeping in mind public channel and reading goals and writing goals and writing. So public channel, reading and writing, and doodling. And Ja, all kind of combine in that mix for whatever's going to come out on the 29th for that themes video. See, that's why I want it to be wide open, to try and kind of put those things together. Other things that I would like to do probably with Ja is house tidy. We had a lot of success in December with house tidy, not everything, and a part of what will get done there is working again on stuff like the living room, the dining room, computer desk, the hallway, my office, and Ja office, though Ja office obviously is more me assisting her on hers, and getting donations out. There's some stuff that's just gotten shoved back into here again, which is donation stuff, which you can just get out. And finally, as always, supporting, checking in with Ja and continuing challenges. Everything else is secondary to that. The definite theme of November and December was appointments for her, and me supporting her in that, which was good and I was able to incorporate a lot of like things I would just do in here. I was sitting in the car doing, and that's where doodle chat kind of came out of. It's like, okay, I want to doodle now. I'll also try and learn how to chat while I'm doodling. And I found that I can't pencil and doodle, but I can definitely ink and doodle. So that was good, and that gives me a motivation of, oh, get the pencils done, because I know tomorrow I'm going to be sitting in the car and I can ink then, and that's a good use of my time in there. And I can also do reading out of travels, various other things. So yeah, that is my fairly busy, fairly intensive January, January 2024 goals, which, yes, I don't have an overarching goals themes for the year yet, but I've got a month full of that saying like, okay, I'm gonna make the effort to come up with stuff and work on stuff for the year. And will I get halfway through the year and say, some of this didn't work out so much, or it didn't turned out not to resonate? Yes, that's fine. That's fine. I will just put myself down as saying like, okay, in June, I mean, I do always do my check-in each month, which is the first place that I can do that. But if I see after January, February, March that I'm like, oh, this, I haven't moved the needle on this at all. It's like, okay, do I want to, or am I going about it the wrong way? All that sort of stuff I can get to. So yeah, that is my January 2024 goals. Oh boy, it's gonna be a month. I'll leave it there. More videos later.